Welcome to How to Read Music for the Cello and the Bass, beginning strings class. Now at the beginning of every piece of cello or bass music this year, you will see this symbol called a bass clef. It's also called the F clef because this clef shows you where F is. These two dots surround this line, you can see, and that line is where the note F is. So this note right here would be called F. Now think through our musical alphabet. What comes after F? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So we know that the next space would be G. In this very top line, we know after we go to G, we have to go back to the beginning, and that would be A. So we have F, G, A. The lines on the bass clef are easy to remember. We have G, B, D, F, A. Or, good boys deserve fudge always. G, B, D, F, A. The space notes are A, C, E, G. Or, all cows eat grass. And again, you can think through your alphabet. At the bottom line you have G, then you go back to A for the space, next line B, next space C, D, E, F, G, A. Just in order like that. So what did we say to remember the lines? Good boys deserve fudge always. And what did we say for spaces? All cows eat grass. Now let's identify some notes. We'll start with the easy one. The clef tells you this one. You can either think back to what those two dots mean, or you could trace this note all the way over here and figure out what it is. And it is F. Let's think bottom space. Well, how do we remember the spaces? Remember, all cows eat grass. So the bottom space would be A. What about the very top line? Well, we know the lines are good boys deserve fudge always. Always is A. What's this middle line? Now, is it line or space? A line note. And how do we remember our lines? Good boys deserve fudge always. This is good boys deserve. D. Alright, I'm going to put a few more up here, and I'm not going to walk you through it, but I want you to say what the note is. How about this one? E. Good. This one. B. How about this up top? G. And let's do one more. What's this note? C. Now I've taken away our guides, so let's figure out a few notes. Let's start right here. Is it a line note or a space note? It's a line note. Remember our lines with good boys deserve fudge always. We can trace over and see that this is B. How about up here? Is it a line note or a space note? It's a space note. Remember space notes with all cows eat grass. We can see that it's E. Now I'm going to do a few more here without walking through the steps. I want you to tell me these notes. So first, this note. Did you say G? If you did, you're correct. Remember, good boys deserve fudge always, and this is our bottom line for good. How about this? Right above it. Did you say A? If so, you're correct. Now you can remember this one because you remember the last note was G, and this is the next place a note can go. And in the musical alphabet, we go from G back to A. Or maybe you remember the spaces are all cows eat grass, and this is our bottom space, A, all. What's this line? Now this one should be pretty easy to remember. Think, what's our clef called? What do those two dots in the clef mean? If you said this is F, you are correct. In our lines, good boys deserve fudge always, we have good boys deserve fudge always. It's that line right there. Let's do a few more. If you said this was G, you're correct. If you said this was D, very good. If you said this was A, excellent, good job. If you said this was G, good job. Now, cellos and basses, just like violas, have to read some extra notes. So, let's think back. This top line, good boys deserve fudge always, that's A. Sitting on the very tippy top of the staff would be this next note, and we call after A, B. Now, we have to keep getting higher, but we can't just put notes randomly, so we put extra lines. These are called ledger lines. We put a line through it. After B, A, B, C. Now we're going to have another note. Again, see how that line next to it, I don't want to overlap here too much. We put this, sits on top of the line, A, B, C, D. So you have A, top line of the staff, B sits on top of the staff, C has a line going through it, and D rests on top of a line. These are called ledger lines, and these help us read notes that are higher than the staff. So, to review, we learned that cellos and basses read music that has this in front of it. It's called a bass clef or an F clef. And it's called an F clef because these two dots right here surround the line that F is on. We learned that our line notes we can remember with good boys deserve fudge always. And our spaces we can remember with all cows eat grass. We also learned about other notes that we have. We have one that rests on top of the note, or on top of the staff. That's the note after A, B. We have one that has a ledger line going right through it. That would be C. Then we have one that rests on top of that same ledger line, which is D.